Hello, YouTube. All right, so I just made it back to the parking spot here where I'm storing the RV, and you can see it is a mess again. This is what happens when you live in it and it's not fully done. It's not too bad. It should take me maybe about 15-20 minutes to clean all this up. But my son and I just took the RV out for this weekend to go camping at Walmart and then hanging out at the compound to cook up some ribs, which I still have actually here in my cooler. So I'm gonna eat well tonight. You can see the ice is pretty much melted, so I won't be needing to empty this out. I also have some chicken here. So I think I might hang out at the RV even though I'm back at the storage location, and just keep working here and then cook up some food and kind of reorganize everything, get it back set up nice and neat again, and continue working on securing things. I think for today, to feel like I've accomplished something, I think I'm going to go ahead and install these all-season wiper blades that I bought for the front cab, the windshield. So if I can get that in there, I'll feel happy that I did something productive this weekend. Other than that, I'm going to chill. I'm not going to do too much. I will just put on the wiper blade, cook up some food, might even lay down and relax. Although it wouldn't hurt for me to try to get the inverter here working. But I need to track down some, I think, 1 gauge or 0 gauge wiring. Let me double check what they say we require. I think they said like 1 or 0 gauge. And trying to figure out where to mount it. The problem is distance. You're really supposed to mount it close to the battery, but the further apart it gets, the more power gets lost. So that would mean putting it like under the hood, or running a line up to the front section. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. So that's something that's going to be kind of a major project, but kind of critical, because I want to be able to run this vehicle and have it generate its own electricity so I can run the air conditioner and everything else if I need to. At least that's the plan. So we'll see what happens. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, it's cleanup time. Alright, after probably about 10-15 minutes of cleaning, that's how far we've gotten. We've kind of straightened out the front area a little bit, picked up things a little bit more. I still need to pick up a little bit more, putting things back where they belong. The thing is, like, when you're driving, you have to kind of secure everything. That's why you see things being tossed in the sink. It's so it doesn't fly. So things are set on the floor. I'm going to be putting up the electrical stuff like the rice cooker and other things, because electricity is not really being used right now other than 12 volts, although I can use 120 volts to run like the TV. I did make the back section, even put the comforter back here, so it's really comfortable. Look at how nice it looks here. I have a nice green view out the back. But I can actually come in here. I have the windows open right now, so there's cross ventilation. But if that's not enough, I can actually turn this on. And I have a fan blowing at me. I have it pointing it right at my face if I want. So it's really nice and cool. But when I look up, look what I see. My view is like nice. It's a nice, beautiful view of a tree. Feel like I'm out in the woods. So even though I can't live in the RV over here, when I come over to work on it, I can, if I have the power and stuff hooked up, I can chill a little bit. So the plan will be to continue with the daily visits to the RV to continue to restore it. So, right now I just need to reset everything back because I took it out with my son, and it's kind of a mess. But it'll get back together, and you can see the monitor there held up just fine. I drove around, it didn't fly everywhere. So I'll be securing things down, probably bungee cording those things, whatever, so they don't fly off, and setting it up so that when you drive somewhere, you don't have to constantly move. Like I had to put all that on the bed. I won't have to be doing that. You can see this lamp is screwed into place, so it's designed so that stuff doesn't fly everywhere. The less you have to move and readjust everything, the more useful this RV becomes. Because even though it looks and feels a lot like living in a house, a tiny little house, it's still mobile. So when you're driving, things sway, things move, things fall. I lost some rotini today because it spilled all over the floor. So that whole food pantry needs to be secured better. And that's going to be one of the priorities, because I do plan on taking the RV back out again, and I don't want food flying everywhere. I also want to have some stored food in here, like mostly canned and dry goods, so that if I decide to just hop in the RV, there's food, you know. Versus like right now, there is some food, but we ended up buying some fresh meat. We bought some rotisserie chicken, which we had last night. When I say we, I'm talking about my son and myself. And then this morning we ended up buying some ribs that we cooked up at the compound, so that was really good. I still have those left over, so for today's dinner, I'm planning on cooking up some rice and then eating it with the leftover ribs. So it should be a really good dinner. I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope you found this video informational, if not useful, as far as trying to figure out what to do and you know how you could work on the RV and still have fun with it, even though you're kind of working on it. I think if you break it down into like just little sections, you know, prioritize what needs to be done, you're gonna be all right. I do need to finish this mess, obviously, but it's not too bad. Things are kind of boxed. I'm gonna be throwing things away. Probably gonna end up throwing away my homemade air conditioner there, because that's not really needed. It does work. You put ice in it and put a fan on it. Maybe I'll show it before I toss it. But I made it for an episode. You can watch through the old playlist and you'll see how that thing works. It really is effective. Or maybe I'll keep it if there's space. I just put it outside in one of the storage, you know, compartments outside. But the key is to get rid of junk, because I still currently have too much junk. So thank you again for joining me. If you enjoy this video and this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to keep up with the latest updates, please tap the notification bell. And keep in mind that when you tap the notification bell, if your browser says, you know, it'll update all your Google notifications for all the channels and stuff you subscribe to and have the notification set on. But as soon as you turn it off, I think it cancels it completely for all the channels. And that may be why some people, even though they have the notification bell, aren't being notified. So the safest thing to do is just to check the channel daily. I generally upload or, you know, publish one, if not more than one video each day. Thank you again for joining me. And, you know, if you have a moment and some spare change, still promoting helping out Lizzie Two Shoes, who's one of our, I guess, one of our more well-known members of this channel, viewers of this channel. She was very, very helpful and kind to other people when they needed help. And now she's going through a personal crisis. She just basically suffered a heart attack, and they had to put 2 stents inside of her. And because of the way the situation evolved, it's a complicated story. But basically, she ended up losing her job, not being able to work, and she didn't have insurance or anything like that. So she was facing like a really dire situation, and it's still kind of in a way, but has a little bit of buffer thanks to our generous viewers who have extended a helping hand out to Lizzie. So thank you, those of you who sent her a little bit of cash just to help her out. Give her some breathing space until she can reassess and reset her situation and try to get back on her feet. So that information is available on the About Me of this video. You can donate to Lizzie through PayPal or through her GoFundMe. Recommendation is to go through PayPal, just so that she can get the maximum amount of money. Whereas if you go through FundMe, they take a percentage out. PayPal, if you send it to a friend, you know, they don't deduct any of the funds, so she'll get 100% of it. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe, and remember, you can do it. Well, you can try to do it, and that's better than not trying at all. Bye-bye now.